Sylvia fouls. Lafisa Collier, bit of a homecoming for the UConn graduate, her first trip back. Minnesota, Jones, and fouls. Two of the very best. Tip it off. These two teams played earlier in the season. Minnesota lost on their home, but Alyssa finds a way. Jasmine Thomas found room, found the bottom of the net. And this is a Connecticut team that is coming off their worst loss in history. They lost by 43 last.
The double team off of Danielle Robinson, Courtney Williams flying in to get the ball out of Sylvia Fowles' hands.
You pass back out, get a nice outside shot, and because Collier hit that shot, it's going to extend that defense and really open it up for Sylvia as the game progresses.
And moving to the 4 position, moving back to her natural position at the 4. It's going to get Collier more opportunity. All the other in for Minnesota, good ball movement.
Jasmine Thomas has all 7 of their points, is fouled.
Offensive position in the paint.
It's almost automatic when she gets inside. Jonquil Jones, some
control for that tip in.
Had a double-double against Minnesota the first time they...
As you guys know, Cheryl Reeve is as demanding of a coach as you will find and a great motivator.
Well, sometimes it's about managing as
3 of 3 from the floor. The rest of the Sun just 1 of 7. Make it 2 of 8. Cynthia Cooper-Dyke. Let's shine to Robinson. And Odyssey Sims knocks it down.
Because it has been, excuse me, the Phoenix Mercury fans, because it has been tough. I mean,
huge three-point shot.
Go with a hot hand, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're trying to shoot over 7-2 off of the ground. Watch this, just comes through like, wow, that's a volleyball spike.
Yeah, and great weeks.
Connecticut has missed 7 straight shots. Rachel Bannum into the game. Gets it over to Strickland. There you go.
Contested every shot that Alyssa Thomas has taken.
But then she drove against foul. Right in foul.
Coop, you can go online and you can vote. So whoever
throws from fouls in there. Sylvia tipped it. Rhea Holmes on race.
Use the space on the floor because Minnesota is in that paint and they're shutting down those points.
Great Thomas.
Great done. That's what Kurt Miller wants to see. That's when this team is at their best, being disruptive. And then no one wants to get in front of this freight train. That's going to be
that 9-and-1 type of team. You need players off the bench to step up and make those extra plays. Wing and really pressure in the wing, and Connecticut has done a better job in this game of handling that pressure. A running left-handed hook, I might add.
Danielle Robinson from 3. A couple. As does Stephanie Talbot, who's been on the bench after picking up 2 quick.
Come in both defensively and offensively. She's very versatile. 6-foot wing, can do a little bit of everything. And
physical she's being.
Not bad at all for a rookie coming in against fouls. MVP a couple of years ago. 4 minutes of the first quarter, picked up early fouls and now threw it away. Bannum takes it right to Odyssey Sims. She was waived by Atlanta. She was the last cut in the Connecticut training camp, and she just...
Who Kurt Miller said would need that in this game, but also, again, can stretch the floor.
Fouls that time able.
And that's what tough defense in the paint will get you. It'll get that player out.
Collier forcing the turnover, and Odyssey Sims with Minnesota's first points up.
Get steals and make reads. She just doesn't take a possession off on either side of the floor. Basket.
Connecticut with the 5-point advantage. Here's the Husky on Husky, the other. Nafisa Collier over Tuck, the rookie. So much. We'll get to Kevin and Cheryl in just a few minutes. Cynthia Cooper-Dyke joining us here at Minnesota by 5 when she went out with the 2 fouls. Courtney Williams.
You see Courtney try to get closer, but you have to remember Sylvia Fowles is in the paint. So stop and pop. Transition, and you can't do that without securing that rebound.
Well, and Connecticut has made
a lot more in this game.
Williams 2 in a row. Nope, that one's short, but she hunted down the miss.
As I got some separation from Sylvia Fowles, for sure.
Connecticut 17-2 in 7-6 overall as they wait for Simone Augustus to come back from a scope of her knee. Sims, who said her confidence was shaken a little bit. Fouls just blocked. Liked. New life here with Minnesota. That block not with today, got into some early foul trouble. Collier on Thomas, and then Jonquel Jones erases the shot. Jasmine Thomas literally.
Very subtle shot fake and then go to the glass.
Jones with another block.
It's a sequence by Jonquel Jones. We mentioned that 7'2" wingspan. She came over like a thief in the night, almost as though Nafisa Collier didn't know she was there. And she got her hands on another one. Damiris Dantes out. Karima Christmas-Kelly, Simone Augustus.
Cute with it, you miss it. Got to stay focused. The most important part of that shot, the most important part of the basket.
Block. Sylvia, 14 points, all in the first half, 5 of 8 from the floor. Moore is taking the year off. Rebecca Brunson still out dealing with concussion syndrome.
Hall of Famer, they'll be joining you one day, Coop.
Alyssa Thomas is hustling.
It hasn't been pretty, but Kurt Miller said energy is the #1 factor for his team. And how about this hustle and effort by the Thomases?
The ball with such a tremendous loss.
How about you, Cheryl?
Well, I'm going to agree with Coop on the third one. We went out and we won 3 for 10. And Coop losing her mom, you know, it was a lot. So for us to be able to fight.
We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Great job, girl.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Nice job, guys.
Cheryl Swoops and Cynthia Cooper.
Actually, I was celebrating.
My favorite shot in that shot is Tina Thompson turning around, making the...
This fan base is so in tune to the game. You have the fans yelling.
So much for the time, Coach.
Odyssey Sims and Sylvia Fowles combining for 31 of
Big three-point shot.
Lexi Brown.
Where the contact was, but tough call.
Yeah, I thought Brown created the contact, actually.
Sylvia Fowles, Minnesota continues to be beaten off the offensive glass. They're going to get Alyssa.
You see Alyssa Thomas right here. She's really unhappy. She's going there. Odyssey right now is timing her dribble to run ahead and try to strip her of this ball. I think Alyssa saw that a little too late and was...
Anigwe with the defense. Lexi Brown. Shot clock at 8. Lexi Brown kicks it to Fowles, who hits from the baseline. Because everybody didn't play defense. You were in the very first All-Star game in '97 in New York, right?
98.
98. Thomas drew contact, but no foul. But Connecticut gets a 3-game losing streak. That'll help Courtney Williams.
Bucket and not necessarily dribble and make a move in such a small space.
Jones backing up Collier and beating her.
At this junction of the game.
Sims, swish.
That's where she is. So
Fowles kicked it right back out. She's got Jones on her back. Odyssey Sims.
that's great stuff, Kim Adams, and we will see if they can get a piece of the paint. Jasmine Thomas settles for the jump shot.
Today has kept possessions alive. Courtney Williams, almost 11 points. Connecticut has to hustle over to get the foul. Washington was the worst team for them to play because Washington's playing the best right now. But yeah, you can see the frustration out there with China. Bantam hits.
Come away with a W.
So Odyssey was your player to start, and Jonquel was mine. You won, Coop.
You know what? I think I won, LaChina. I'm 1-0.
You did. You won.
Cynthia Cooper-Dyke, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.